Hi everybody, let's today focus on Eloquent ORM. ORM stands for Object Relational Mapper. It is a pattern where every database in your every database table, every table in your database have its it is related to a class in your model. So, for example, if you have a table called users, you have in your model a class called user class. In our example here, if you remember, in the previous lecture, we generate this model with the console. Okay. This is the model of blog post. Let's see in the diagram here the blog post model. It is a PHP class that extends from the model class. So this class reflect and is related to a database class called blog underscore posts table in the database. And every field, for example, ID created at title and content, is related to properties inside your blog post class. Also, your Eloquent model have some methods. You have two types of methods. You have the instance method or the static methods. The instance method, let's say, it affects a single row in your table. For example, you will save only a row for the blog post, or delete one row in the blog post. And the other side, the static methods like find, create, and make will affect all the table. For example, here the static method on find will find all the records. Create here we will create one resource and save it directly to the database. Or here make will create the model and without saving, only in memory will be saved. Also, Eloquent model will give you relationship model are related to other model, so-called associations. For example, you will find one-to-one association, or one-to-many association, or many-to-many association, or polymorphic association. Also, Eloquent model will give you the functionality to apply an event will be triggered in a certain moment. So we'll see events and relationship in the next videos. Let's now open Visual Code and let's interact with your database. Laravel gives you tools to interact with your application. This tool is called Tinker. Tinker is command line tools that give you the possibility to interact with your application. Let's open Tinker. Here terminal. Okay. Okay. To launch Tinker, just write PHP artisan Tinker. Okay, to interact with your blog post model, just create a variable post equal new instance of blog post model. Okay, it's created and affected is it is the number is affected to your instance, newly created instance. So let's for now create a new post. To create a new post, we'll use this variable post title equal this is my title. Okay, and to create the content of my new post, content this is my content. Okay, so here just type $post. As you can see here, this is my title, this is my content. If we open and reload my content here, this is created, this content, those 3 posts are created manually. We notice that this is my title and this my content is not created. To create it and to interact with database, you have to use the save function. So let's say post save, and now it returned true. Let's reload now. It's created now. My 4th post is created now. So this is how to create a new post. Let's update. Let's try update. If we want to update the post, let's for example to update the title. This is my title updated. Don't forget to use the save. Now let's try to reload. This is my title updated. Okay, let's to see now how to retrieve a single model. We have a find method on the Eloquent model. We can use it. For example, if we want to retrieve the first one, this one, the first post, with the help of the find, let's say for example blog post, and the static function as explained here, it is a static function find. We can use it with the ID as a parameter. Okay, so blog post find, let's try for the first one, and the first one is returned, the first comment and updated title, the first comment and updated title. Okay, so if we want, for example, to try a find on model it doesn't exist, let's see how to. It is a null. It return a null. All the work inside your application, it is to consist of searching those model. If a certain model doesn't exist, it will the model Eloquent will return a null. So for example, let's try here for example posts, and for example 100 gives here 404. So here return null, but there is another function is more robust to use, is find or fail. So this find or fail will return an exception if the post model doesn't exist. Okay, let's for example find or fail with the first one. It will return the first post, But if we try with a model doesn't exist, it will return an exception. And this is good to return for page for us. Okay. Let's see now how to return a collection of posts. We can return a collection of posts with the aid of all function. So here, for example, blog post, the static function all. Here all our posts is returned in form of a collection object. Here the collection object is object give you many functionality. For example, we can handle our collection like array. For example, if I want to return the first element in collection, let's for example here let's affect a $post variable to my collection. I return all my posts, and after that post the first give me the first element. Notice here gives you the first one. Also there is other functions and methods for the collection. We can use, for example, the last function, give you the last one, say the last post in your table. And also we have the count. Here the count gives you four posts in your table, the count. And also we have many other functions. Even you can check and find in collection by passing a table with IDs. For example, let's find, we can give one and the third index. Okay, here we give you the ID 1 and 3. Notice here the ID 1 and 3, it is a collection also. The result returned as a collection. So if you want more complex query, you can use queryBuilder. queryBuilder give you the possibility to use a clause in SQL, like the where clause and the select and the join, to do joins in your tables. Let's see in action this queryBuilder functionality. Let's check, for example, my users table. Here my users table, I have 5 users. Here let's interact with my user table. If I want to retrieve all the users with ID more or equal to 2, let's do it. User and where clause, like the where in SQL, on ID, and give me all the ID more than or equal to 2. We can apply even an order by. Order by ID. Till now the result will return a builder object. This builder object can only interact with your database with using the get function. the get method. As you can see here, your returned result is in form of collection. So till now we see how to interact with our Eloquent model through Tinker. Let's see how to do it with our model, generated model. So my model blog post model, let's see in my controller here, for example the post controller. Now no need to use this variable. Let's remove it because we use our database to extract all our data. Here these posts, we don't need to use this anymore, just to use our Eloquent model blog post and the all function, the static all function. So let's save and see if it is working in my website. Posts, blog post not found. Yes, right, we have to import this class. We have to import our model. Yes, is updated title, second title, third. This is the last one. For example, in our watch here, we will use the find blog post. Okay, find. Let's pass the ID. Let's see the first one. Here is not returned. Let's see why. You don't need to use, because this use our variable. We have to remove it. For example, here it's returned, but what if you add 1000 model? For this purpose, I suggest to use find or fail to handle this error case. Yes, as expected, it return 4 instead of use this abort if helper. Okay, so I hope this video help you to understand your Eloquent model. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe, and bye.